So today we are having a conversation with the officer in charge of citizen engagement and customer service of the Nairobi County. Thank you so much for granting us this opportunity to have a conversation with you. Congratulations for the good work that you're doing out there. Yeah. And it's been 2 months now in the new office. How is it?
Yes, first let me introduce myself. My name is Geoffrey Mosiria. I'm the Chief Officer in charge of public participation, citizen engagement and customer service. Kwa lugha ya Kiswahili, kwa majina naitwa Geoffrey Mosiria, katibu mkuu wa ushirikisho na huduma kwa wananchi gatuzi la Nairobi. This is a new department. I was posted here like 2 months ago, and I'm happy because many of you went on social media saying, oh, Mosiria has been demoted, oh, Mosiria, we need him back. But I want to say, I like new challenges, because in government you can work anywhere where your boss feels that he needs your energy. And for the last 2 months I've been here, it has been a good experience. I'm handling matters of public participation, citizen engagement and customer service. And here I'm able to understand what the people needs. I'm able to interact with people, engage traders, engage residents of Nairobi, engage boda, engage our clients who come to seek our services. So to me, I feel that this was a right placement. It is where I belong because I'm the people's person. This is where I receive all the complaints of Nairobians. You know, trying to solve problems, trying to listen to the people, trying to provide solutions. It is a good experience. I also get to learn and understand how to deal with people. To me, I believe this is a journey. God planned that I be in this department for the time being. For those who felt like what they did to me, maybe according to them, was not right, I want to tell them it's the right thing. That's why I'm all over. Here I'm able to address problems from all departments. So people are asking, kwani Mosiria yeye ako kila mahali? Mara ako kwa takataka, mara ako mahali mjengo imeanguka, mara ako mahali anasaidia street families. I want to respond to them today. Nataka niwajibu ndugu zangu wale mnanitazama. Hii kazi inahusisha mengi. Complaints zote za watu wa Nairobi zinakuja kwangu. Zikija kwa desk yangu na hakikisha zimekuwa address. Na mimi si ule katibu wa ukaa chini kwamba nimepokea complaint nikae nayo ni nyamaze. Nafuatilia, naja kwa ground pia pale mtaani niwasikize. Wale waliokosana wawili nione nitawapatanisha vipi. Ni kama hapo juzi, siku hata hazijaisha, hata sasa hivi naendelea kwenye mtandao. Wengi wanasema kwamba Mosiria, mbona umeamua kusimama na mwanadada na si mvulana? Naomba niwajibu, kazi yangu ni kupokea complaints na kusikiza wananchi. Kama mtu amekosewa a criminal case, I have to advise them. Na ningewajibu hivi, wakasema kwamba msichana huyo ni msherati. Na mimi nikawajibu, msherati akikosewa anaenda napiga ripoti, serikali inamsikiza. Judgment haifanywi na mimi. Mimi sitaki kujua historia ya mtu. Kama mtu ni mwizi, wezi wawili wakosane ama waibiane. Mwizi mwenye ataripoti wa kwanza, maybe ndio mwizi sugu, askari atamfukuza ati wewe ni mwizi. Unaripoti aje mwizi mwenzako ambaye ni mdogo? Hapana. Askari atachukua ripoti yake, alafu atafanya investigation. Kwa hivyo wakati nipigiwa simu na huyo mwanadada, hata kama alikuwa na makosa yake ama akona past yake, ama kweli alichokuwa anakifanya ndio kazi yake, singemfukuza nimwambie wewe ni msherati, toka hapa. Serikali unasikiza, serikali unapeana suluhisho. Why I sit media unapokea complaints zote za Nairobi zikikuja kwa desk yangu. I'm not a charge. I only say that I only advise on the right way to get justice. La kwanza alipofika na kani request nimsaidie. ni kumwelekeza pige ripoti. Ya pili ni kumsaidia vile atapata huduma za guidance and counseling, kwa sababu alikuwa exposed sana. Na ya tatu ni kutafuta suluhu. Kwanza, kazi ya serikali si kushika watu, lakini kuna mahali nafika lazima watu washike wale wamevunja sheria. Nikasema kwamba huyu dada kama amekosea, ule amemkosea, tukajaribu kumtafuta. Ndugu akasema tuache kumpigia simu na hakuna kitu tutamfanyia, hakuna chochote tutamfanyia. Na nilikuwa nataka nimuite wakae chini, waweze kuzungumza, waweze kuelewana, waweze kupata suluhu, kwa sababu mimi si judge, but I can bring about conflict resolution whereby you try to mitigate. And then the lady requested, akaniambia since amekataa, mimi naomba unipatie platform ya mtandao nijiongee, na pia niambie Wakenya wanisaidie kutafuta nani James Opande. Singemnyima kwa sababu ameniomba. Lakini wanaume nimeona kwenye mtandao mpaka kina dada wanasema Mosiria wewe ni msaliti, Mosiria wewe ni msichana ulimpenda. Nikamwambia ni sawa, mimi nafanya kazi, na kama kweli ningekuwa msaliti, basi hawa vijana ambao wanaokoa kwenye street, wanaume yenye nilitoa juu ya mti pale Jogoo Road pale anyways, na nikawapea mpaka wako na kazi pale Isili. Nilikuja pale nikapata jamaa mzee anakaa pale Isili, nikamuomba nimsaidie nimpeleke mji wa huruma wa wazee. Akasema yeye kwao ni hapo kando, lakini hapendi kukaa kwa nyumba, amependa kukaa kwa barabara. Kile tu angetaka nimsaidie, nimtafutie nguo safi na kiatu safi amalize mwaka nayo. Nikamtimizia, na nitamtembelea huyo mzee, nikamtimizia, nikamlia kiatu mpya, suti mpya, kila kitu. Akaenda akaoga, akavaa vizuri, akafunga tai. Mzee akabadilika, akakuwa kama tajiri. Kisha nikamwambia sinipeleke mji wa huruma. Akasema hapana, mimi niache nikae wapi? Kwa barabara, mahali nimejenga kibanda yangu, hapo ndio naishi hapo, siwezi mlazimisha. Nikamwacha akarudi pale. Mbona wakusema Mosiria, mbona unasaidia huyo? Mosiria, mbona ulikuwa ule kijana mdogo kwa street saa 5 ya usiku, mtoto wa miaka 3 nikampeleka kwa home? Mosiria, mbona umesaidia ule kijana ambaye alikuwa kwa street ya wazazi hawajui mahali yako wamepatana? So Kenyans, kila mtu ako na vile anafanya interpretation yake, but I believe in the rule of law. And I believe in doing the right thing. And I believe that this society can only be changed by people who are willing to change. Ndiposa nikatumia example moja. Hapo awali kuna DJ ambaye alipigwa risasi kwenye shingo kwa kuambia tu huyo ndugu ambaye mheshimiwa kwamba tafadhali mheshimiwa, huyu mwanadada unayetaka kumshika kwenye sehemu zake za makalio, mbona unataka kumshika kwa makalio na ni wangu? Mbona unashika kipenzi changu? Mheshimiwa akatoa bunduki akafanya nini? Akampiga risasi. Mbona hakusulubishwa kwenye mtandao atukanwe vile wamenitukana? Ndiposa nikaanza kufanya upelelezi, ni kina nani hao wananitusi. Nikapata kweli bloggers wamepewa pesa, watu wamelipwa pesa, influencers wamelipwa pesa ya kunitusi. Nikasema ni sawa, wacha wanitusi, maybe ni Mungu amewatumia wanitusi, nijulikane Kenya mzima kwamba kuna mtu anaitwa Mosiria ambaye ukiwa na shida unaenda na kusaidia kutatua. Na kweli wamenifanya nimejulikana. Kuna jamaa alinipigia simu, mamake ni mgonjwa, tumeenda tumemchangia, ambaye alikuwa paralyzed. Huyo kijana alikuwa analea mamake. Mama amekuwa paralyzed sehemu moja, haizi tembea, haizi fanya chochote. Wanaishi kwa room moja. Nilienda nikamchangia zaidi ya 1,100. Na kijana amenulia mamake, alikuwa mama anaenda choo na kikombe. Anaenda kwa kikombe hivi, anaenda kijana anaosha mamake. Yaani alisema nimeasimu mamangu ni sistangu mdogo, na mshughulikia na muosha na mpanguza, na ilikuwa ni uchungu sana kuona hilo. Nikajiuliza, huyo si ni boy child nienda kusaidia? Mbona hawakuona hilo, walisherekea waseme Mosiria umefanya kitu cha muhimu? Lakini ile wanaona ni ile nimefanya kitu kulingana na sheria. kusimama na ule dada mwenye amedhulumiwa kulingana na ile video niliona. Kama kulikuwa na zingine mimi sikuona, kulingana na ile video ambayo niliona anavuliwa nguo cha nguvu, anainuliwa nguo. Wala ambao wame crowd chase wengine na jina langu wakiweka kwenye mtandao wakinitusi. Unapotusi Mosiria unapata following. Na unajua ukipata views mingi Facebook, TikTok unalipwa. So they were looking for a way of earning, and for them to earn you must post Mosiria. Mpaka sasa wanaendelea kupost Mosiria sijui nini, Mosiria ame apologize. Mr. apologize. I only gave my position that I've pulled myself out of this matter. Right now it's at the right hands. Nimefikisha mahali nimefika na nimejitoa kwa sababu nimemsaidia kufika kwa polisi, ameripoti, FIDA. Wacha sasa serikali ifanye nini? Kazi yake. Na wale ambao wanaongea kwenye mtandao, wengi wao ukienda vizuri uangalia hata ile wanaongea, wengi ni watu tu wanatusi. Unajua kwenye mtandao ukitusi mtu utapata viewers wengi, utapata following, kwa sababu wale wanaingia hapo kuangalia wanataka kujua nini shida huyu, nini anatusi huyu, ni mwenda wazimu ama ni akili zake ndio ziko na shida. Na wengi ambao wanatusi ni vijana kutoka jamii moja. Hiyo yenyewe inakuonyesha mbona ni hii jamii moja tu ndio inatusi Mosiria. Mbona ni vijana ambao ni wa jamii moja. Na wengi wanakuanga hapo Embakasi East. Mbona ni wao tu na ni bloggers wa kiongozi fulani. Na pia kuna wengine waliingililia ndani ambao pia walikuwa na sukuma, kwa sababu waliniona kama adui wakati nilikuwa nahakikisha kwamba wananchi wasipigiwe kelele Nairobi. So wakasema this is the right time ya kutoa huyu mtu ndiye asikuje kutufuata wakati tunapiga kelele usiku, kwa sababu mahali hapo ndio complaints zinaenda, na zikienda atafuatilia biashara yetu, tutafanya nini? Itaharibika. Lakini mimi nataka kusema hivi. If you are serving the public, just do the right thing. We have lived in a society that is rotten, whereby people don't follow the law. Whoever that has the money, and a lot of money, has the way. Whoever that is poor cannot afford to bribe an officer, he will always be denied justice. We live in a system whereby justice is procured. And the reason why people turned against me for standing for what is right is because the person who was being humiliated, the person who was assaulted, sexually exposed, is poor and cannot afford to procure justice. The other one, because he's rich, is from the US, is a blogger, his fellow bloggers joined to support him. Lastly, the same person, they're saying that nataka kumharibia kazi. I even saved his life. Today he will be in jail. Today he will be on the airport being deported back to Kenya. What if this girl committed suicide? Msichana alikuwa na dawa sumu anataka kunywa. Nikamsaidia. Nikamwambia usijiue. What if she committed suicide? Will we be singing that boy Charlie atetewe, or will we be singing that arrest Opande? Those are things they need to ask themselves. But what are they talking about? The society that we are all rotten because we have lived in a society where illegality has been normalized to look like illegality. So I'm appealing to Kenyans. And also I'm appealing to the government to regulate what people are posting. There's a lot of cyberbullying on the social media. And there's need for that cyberbullying law to be reviewed. And we have a special team of investigative officer, police, to monitor social media, to pull down those social media handles that bully people. You find someone posting about another individual bullying him or her online. Whenever you report, it takes years for that post to be pulled down or to stay forever. Police needs to do their work. Those who are tasked with this responsibility of handling cyberbullying matters needs to do their work. The moment you report someone has posted an indecent photo or video against you, let there be a system whereby if there's evidence, that account is pulled down and suspended for some time, so that people can learn to use social media in the right way. Today you will wake up, someone has used AI and has put you as a man who is married hugging another woman. it will break a marriage. Or kissing another woman. Your wife, your husband will not know that this AI. We are misusing the internet platforms.
Just on the same, the whole conversation that has been with that girl up to where it is now, we've seen photos online that are not so good. Has it in any way affected your family?
You see, I'm happy that God gave me a good family, understanding family. Despite all the bullying, cyber bullying that has happened on me on the social media, I take it positively because God is trying to communicate something. And again, when God wants to elevate you or bring a miracle in your life, you will always be abused. Today, who knew that Babu Wino shot a DJ in a club? Today they are celebrating him, saying that we want him to become a governor, but they are forgetting that this is someone who shot a person on the neck, a DJ. If he can shoot a DJ as an MP, what if he becomes a governor? How many are going to be shot? How many are going to be killed? You know, people forget so fast. We forget so fast that this DJ right now is crippled. But we are celebrating someone who committed a crime of shooting someone on the neck. That's someone people are singing and we want to make him a governor. Once he becomes a governor, how many will he shoot with that power of a governor? If as an MP you can shoot someone openly and walk free, and this person is crippled, how many will he shoot or kill as a governor? You know, as a governor, you can go send your goons to kill a person and protect you. And because you have money, you will buy your way. So let's look at the integrity of leaders, and let's not glorify illegalities. Today, you post an achievement, what you have done to the society, nobody will celebrate it. But let there be a photo of a naked person, a naked woman, or any video that is leaked to the media where people are maybe having intimacy. It will be celebrated. That shows the level of illiteracy, the number of uneducated people, illiterate people, who are on social media waiting for something that is trending so that they contribute to it. But when something uneducated, you post a video educating people that if you go to town you will be conned money, be careful, there's a group of people who lies to you. Or if you go to the showground, mnadanganywa ati kichwa bila mwili. Mtu ameingia kwa kiti, amekata kiti, amekalia huko ndani ati kichwa bila mwili. Nyinyi wajinga mnaamini mnaingia ndani ati ni kichwa bila mwili, ni kichwa iko hapo. Unaingia unalipa 100 bob ama 150 ama 200. Kwa siku mtu anatengeneza 50,000. Yaani wewe na akili zako umedanganywa ati ile ni kichwa ina mwili. Na hapo chini wameekelea jamaa amekaa hapa amekalia kiti na wameekelea nini? Unaona yani Wakenya vile tuko, unajua ni ukora, unadanganywa lakini unasema nini? Wacha niende nijione. Unaingia town watu wanakuambia ati mimi ni agent na kupeleka majuu Dubai nikupea kazi. Wewe unaenda na akili zako, unaenda kwa hiyo agent, unampatia 300,000, anakutafutia tourist visa. Anakupeleka Dubai na tourist visa, mnalala na yeye hoteli kwa siku moja 2 3, na amechukua watu kama 10, kila mtu 300,000, that's 3 million. Anatumia transport ya kuwapeleka huko 600,000 ama 500,000. Amebaki na 2.5 million. Anawaacha kwa hoteli. Alafu anapanda ndege anarudi. Anawaambia kuna mtu atachukua apeleke kazi. Mnakuwa stranded. Many Kenyans are stranded abroad. Have been reached out by many people who have been obtained, who have been conned. We need to start educating our people. And those agencies tasked with ensuring that complaints raised to them are acted upon. Please, let's reduce the level of receiving a bribe to deny someone a justice. Let's wake up and do our work. People will appreciate a government. You know, I listen to the people, and I'm here to talk to the people and engage the people, because my work is to engage, to do public participation, and to also receive complaints, to receive calls, receive feedback, and what people want to be. So I've received so many complaints, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Many are saying Mosiria is doing PR. PR is part of my work.
Okay. So just on the same, before we let this matter to rest, do you feel that everything that has been happening since you came to rescue that girl, because you say you are doing it out of good intention, but the way things have turned, you feel like there is do you think there is political malice in it?
There's a politics in it. Some people who have interest in political seats, some are threatened. Me, I don't want a political seat.
Okay.
They think that Mosiria want a political seat.
You don't want a seat?
I'm working, I have a job. Why should I want another job and I have a job?
In future, maybe?
In future, that's God to decide. As at now, let me serve. Let me do what's right. Let me use my platform to educate the people, because the people hate the truth. Kenya is the only country where people hate the truth. When you tell them that it's not going to rain, and truly these are experts who have advised that there is not going to be rain. Someone will come and oppose that kutanyesha. He wants to be controversial. He wants to be the one opposing so that people can follow him to hear why is he saying that kutanyesha, misleading you without facts. Okay. So what I'm saying is this: there were those who are involved in sponsoring whatever that was happening. I'm happy that I created employment for many influencers. They have earned well. They have been paid well. And the one who has not been paid, reach out, I can be able to pay you. Those who are denied their payment after the work you have done is a good work. At least people are able to know that there is Mosiria who can stand alone to defend what is right. And we believe that the strongest man is the one who stands alone in Kenya, not even in the world, in Kenya. If you can stand alone and bear the pressure of people who get to the social media just to dig on you, someone just wake up, he want to follow you and see where you are going, where you're going to sleep, what you are eating, using his own money. That shows the level of idleness we have in this country. And I'm wondering, where are they getting this money from? Why can't they go and do constructive things? Why can't they go and pay for golf, play golf, relax there, enjoy life, go to Kempiski? But someone wake up in the morning with his camera, he want to investigate about Mosiria, unamfuata, uona amekula nini, amelala wapi, ameongea na nani, alipatana na mwanamke yupi, so that you come and post online for you to trend. What do you gain out of it? You want to ruin someone's reputation, then what do you gain? You can't do nothing. That's why I'm here to educate people that let's do the right thing. Let's use that resources to educate people, let people understand that air pollution is bad. Take that as an initiative, start educating people, change society. What will you be remembered for? Will you be remembered as a blogger who ruined people's reputation on the social media? Will you be remembered as a blogger or a whistleblower who was just posting about people's private affairs, how someone is poor, how someone cannot afford 3 meals a day? If that person is poor, no, automatically cannot feed his family. But you have chosen your time, your energy, the entire day walking, following someone with a border, following him, you take even a taxi to know where he's going, so that you can come on social media to post and trend.
Okay.
Unfortunately, now that Meta is paying, I hope they are earning well. There are also, it's what they are doing. And I want to say that I really created employment for many people, posted my video defending that lady, my photo and everything, because whenever you post that photo abusing me, the one that got the least likes, it is 10,000 likes. And those who liked, it's not that they liked what you posted, it's they liked that Mosiria is a good person.
Okay, just on the same, in a few words, do you regret the everything? You said yet you were doing it just to help her because you used to be there.
I don't regret. Even in my statement, I don't know if you've seen my official statement.
Yes.
I don't regret. I only step down. Because sometimes the voice of the people can be the voice of God. That's why I said let me step aside, because when the people decide that to oppose something and it's massive, although it was sponsored, partly it was sponsored, I said let me listen and know that I'm stepping down. But I'm stepping aside to allow the investigation to continue, because I'm not an investigator. I don't want to interfere with investigation. But all I'm appealing again is this. This is a matter that can be resolved. Both of them could be on their own. But whoever reported we handle his case, because as a government we are not there to charge. We are there to assist and bring about resolution, conflict resolution. And what I was doing is that, only that Opande refused to show up, but I believe that he will be able to come and meet this girl, they solve this matter, they can agree to resolve it outside court, they can agree to resolve it through court, but only what I'm saying is this. I wasn't doing this to spoil somebody's job, as many of them thought that they were anataka kumharibia ziende majuu, ama anataka kumharibia kazi yake. You should also remember this girl will one day go looking for a job. With that media on social media, will she get a job? No. Someone will say, you are exposed. Even clients will run away from an institution if they found that you are working here. Also, what if that girl committed suicide? It will stop. Will we be talking that now, Mosiria, you stood for this person activity? We have to document and inform the people. It was a complaint we are responding to. We have to document so that the community around could know it has been actioned. It was an illegal activity happening in a residential area, whereby first floor is a strip club, third floor is second floor is lodging, third floor is a place where children stay with families. Are we promoting immorality? So we want to glorify immorality. You know, this shows that we as the people, we don't know what we need as a society. You know, even if you are a Christian or you are a Muslim, if you read John chapter 8, verse 7, it clearly says, even Jesus asked those people who wanted to stone that woman who was being seen as a prostitute having committed adultery. He asked them, if you have never sinned, be the one to stone him. So for those who threw stone at me, if you know you have never sinned, you have never done anything wrong, continue abusing. But one day, you will remember what I stood for is what's right, and what we have always been advocating for, that the government that's working, the government that is listening, the government that provides solution.
You've been with this zeal even way back from the Masikia documents.
Yeah.
What keeps you going?
Out of the many million Kenyans have been given this chance to serve. Many people want to work as a chief officer, but it's me who has a chance out of the millions. If I don't work, I lose the job. Someone else will be given. And I don't want to disappoint the young people. I have to do what's right. I have to work. I have to create that perception that young people can deliver. You know, young people are seen as people who cannot deliver.
From a hospital administrator into the limelight now, I'd say, of the county
chief officer.
Chief officer,
Yes.
Kaingiana na politics kidogo.
There's no politics. I'm not a politician. I'm only a government employee who is trying to change systems or trying to act as a sane person. Most government employees, they only come to work to see how much they're going to loot, how much they're going to make. You know, there's someone who wakes up from his home to go to work so that he can meet someone who needs a service to get a bribe from him to serve him. But I'm one person who believes in good leadership and integrity. As the hospital administrator in Pumwani, I didn't start in Pumwani. I started working in the year 2013. I was employed as an administrator in Bagadi Hospital. I was posted by the Ministry of Health. I was transferred to Mama Lucy. I worked in Mama Lucy. I worked in Mtuini. I worked in Pumwani, is where now I took leadership. Ideally, I was a deputy administrator. In Pumwani is an hospital where people feared going to get services. Why? Because at that time, nurses, the way they were treating patients. Mama anaingia anaambiwa, wewe, kwani sisi ndio tulikuweka mimba? Yaani anaongeleshwa tu, wewe pita kwenda hapa, unatupigia kelele ya nini, nduru ya nini, wakati ulikuwa unapata hiyo mimba tulikuwa. You see, that's not the way to handle our mothers, especially our mothers expecting to deliver. They need to be treated with love, dignity, care. Reason why I advocate for mothers' rights, and the men are saying that Mosiria now go for women rep. Wengine wamenitengenezea picha ya mama, I want to tell them that these mothers are very important people. Our women are very important people. They are the pillar of a society, any family. Without a woman is no family. So those mothers deserve dignity. I was a deputy administrator. When Songo became the governor, I decided that I need to reveal to the governor what was happening because I had his contact. Children were dying. In a 24-hour cycle, I could sign more than 10 children to be taken to city mortuary. Na sign impress. Watoto wanaekwa kwa cartons wanapelekwa city mortuary. I felt it. Why are babies dying like this? I realized there was some laxity. I had to report to Sonko. Many called me a snitch, but about people's life called me a snitch. But that child, that mama has to deliver a live child. Why do you have to lose a mama who came in health? You know, being pregnant is not being sick. And she has to die in Pumwani because someone else was sleeping at her work. I said I had to inform the governor. The governor came in impromptu, incognito. He told me he'll come. And he truly found kids in cartons. It was a painful experience because I could see mamas crying. Mama amekuja kupata mtoto, analia, anaomboleza, uchungu ya kubeba miezi 9, alafu amekufa kwa sababu alikalishwa pale kupelekwa theater. Daktari aliyekuwa mpeleke theater alikuwa anafanya private practice kwa hospitali yake. Madaktari walinichukia kwamba nimewaripoti mimi ni snitch, ati nawaribia kazi, ati lazima watafute yao huko nje na ya serikali. Sasa mimi najiuliza, kama unalipwa na serikali, mbona consultant ukuje hospitali mara 2 kwa wiki? Medical officer walikuwa wanajaribu, lakini pia wamechoka. Wengi wakanipangia, wakasema huyu ni snitch, wacha tumchore. Lakini mimi nikasema it's okay. If being a snitch is what will save this mama's lives, then be it. Gavana Songa alikuja pale, mliona kile kilitendeka. Aligundua na akachange management na nikapewa administrator in charge. Kwa sababu I was the deputy, the administrator in charge was also suspended. Nikiingia pale nilikuwa najua wezi wote. Wale wakora wote wenye run system ya hospitali. Wengine mpaka walikuwa naiba watoto. Kuna mtoto ambaye nilishika nikapeleka Shauri Moyo, alikuwa ameibiwa. Mtoto ameibwa na mtu wa nje. Mtu wa nje atakuja aje juu ni mtoto ako hapa muiba yake kwa bagi atoke nayo. Si ni inside business. So kuna staff wetu walikuwa wanashirikiana na wao. Nilikuwa natembea naenda kwa ward. Nasikia mtoto analia. Kidogo kumbe mtu ambeba mtoto kwa mgongo. Na nilipofanya upekuzi yangu niliambiwa kwamba mtoto wa kijana akiibwa walikuwa wanaenda wanauza. Kuna mahali hapo Isili walikuwa wanapeleka watoto ndio wanapelekwa nchi za nje. Ama Tanzania, Uganda, Burundi, wapi. Kwa wale matajiri ambao wameweka order. Mtoto wa kijana mtu anauziwa 300. Msichana anauziwa
200k.
Yeah. 300k mvulana.
That was in 20.
And hiyo ni vitu nilifanya upekuzi nikapata. Nikaambiwa hiyo cartel at that time. Kama mama amepelekwa theater, si anapasuliwa amelalishwa. Ama amechoka. Mama akiwa katika ile hali wanatafuta, kuna mama maybe mtoto wake alipotea. Wakati ametolewa ule mtoto ambaye hapo sawa, wanakuja na muonyeshe yupi? Ule ambaye ni maiti. Si mama anaanza sasa anaisha anajua mtoto hajafanya nini? Amekufa. Ule wake mzuri anawekwa kwa box wanaorganize anatoa huko chini, ambulance imetegea huko nyuma na nilifunga hiyo mlango. Ambulance imetegea hapo, mtoto anapelekwa anaingishwa kwa ambulance, anapelekwa wapi? Kuuzwa. Unajua ambulance ikitoka hata jua nini imebeba. Inapeleka kwa hiyo facility yenye ilikuwa ndio ina receive inaitia license. So hiyo cartel nilipangia kuniua. Wakapanga mpaka strategy wakati walienda, mmoja wao akarekodi mama. Huyo mama nilikuwa nimemsaidia amebakisha miezi 3 aende retire. Nilikuwa nimemsaidia, kuna mali nilikuwa nimemsaidia. Akaniambia nimekuja kijana wangu mimi sitaki ukufe. Hao wanataka kukuua, wamekupangia hivi na hivi, akaniambia mpaka recording. Uzuri alikuwa anachukua mpaka video, alichukua ile chini ya maji. Nikaripoti pale California Police Station. OCS wapa kawasamon, there were 11 people ambao ni hiyo cartel hiyo biashara. Aliwasamon, wakaandika statements, wakajieleza. Hata ule mwenye alinipea report nikamwambia hata ya pretend kwamba ajia hata amefanya nini? Ameitwa ndio wasimuue. Kisha wakaambiwa sasa asubuhi wanaripoti kwamba Mosiria ameingia kazini, hapo sawa. Wanaandika pale ameingia, na jioni wakati natoka nimeenda wasema ametoka ameenda, anaandika report wameniacha nikiwa sawa. Huyo OCS alinisaidia sana. Alafu the same people walikuwa wanafanya hawking. Mama akiwa pale ndani wanamletea basin, kikombe na anything ile anahitaji. Alafu ukiwapatia dhao arudishi change, sababu wewe uko mjamzito huwezi toka kwa uone. It was a big cartel. So I started streamlining the system. Nikasema mtu anaingia hospitalini hakuna hawking. Wakapiga kelele ikaisha. Nikasema kwa gate wale watu wanaingia wanaibia wagonjwa, mpaka watu wengi walikuwa wanaingia wanaiba. Hakuna mtu anaingia kama una mgonjwa. Unaingia pale unapeana list ile a list of our patients, what our mothers. Kama bibi yako ni huyu, andika ID yako hapo na wacha ID uende muone. Nikaweka customer care, unapeleka hata ndio maana niko customer care. I streamline the customer care service from the gate. Unapelekwa hadi kwa ward uonyeshe mgonjwa wako ni nani. Ikafika kateli ya watu wa kutoka nje kaifunga. Wale wa kuiba pesa. Mgonjwa amejifungua, badala alipe pesa kwa hospitali, analipa mtu kwa mfuko anamdischarge. Watu walikuwa biashara. Nikasema ule nasi amekudischarge ana sign. Ile pesa umelipa wa dedicate kwa hiyo discharge na ile reference number. Ukitoka kwa ward unapitia kwa cash office hapo tumecreate desk, ana clear kwa system, anahakikisha umelipa. Kwa gate security pia lazima wa confirm wa sign umelipa. So hao wakikula wakiangalia kwa gate wa confirm hujalipa, unarudi wapi? Ndani. Na wale watu wako involved. Nikaanza natumia patient kushika wezi. Nikawashika. Walikuwa wanatumia cash flows. Nikavuta kataa wenye wamekuwa connected. System ikanyoroka. Revenue ilikuwa inakuwa 45 million, ikienda sana inakuja 20 million per year. Nilishoot revenue from 45 million ambayo ilikuwa previous year, financial year, to around 242 million. It was a great achievement to me. Na hiyo ni revenue tu ile ya pesa ile cash. So NHIF na hizo zingine hoja account at that time. Nikashika mwezi wa pili wenye alikuwa anataka kuiba mtoto. Alikuja kwa ward amejifunga nguo ati yako na mimba na amepromise bwana yake ako na mimba. Kumbe amekujia nini? Mtoto. Nikamshika na hizo kapeleka ndani. So nilishika wezi. Mimi ni mtu mmoja ambaye na believe kwamba just do the right thing. And also for you to survive and be where I have reached now, you have to put God first. Be a good Christian. And a Christian is not about going to church and singing and shouting. Or a good Muslim is not about going to the mosque, praying every time. It's about your actions. Whatever you do when you help someone, that's now true Christianity. True Christianity is not about playing amplified music, or true Muslim is not about going to that mosque, standing out and shouting. You humble yourself. And I'm happy when I was in Isli, my Muslim brothers, my Somali community brothers, they gave me a name, Mosiria Yusufu Aji. Kwa sababu nilifungua hapo Jam Street ikaanza kupita. Nasema wewe sasa ni mmoja wetu. Na nataka kuwashukuru sana, mlinipea support Isli business community, mall owners community. Na mimi sikusumbua kina mama. Nilikuwa nawaambia waende Backlane, watoshee huko kama watoke. Mbona ufunge mall ya mtu mwenye analipa? Wewe ulipi, lakini mtu wa mall anauza nguo na unakuja unauza nje. Si mtu atachukua kwako nje ataingia kwa mall. Wa mall atalipa aje? Rent. So I was trying to restore order in Isli. Wengi walipiga kelele lakini sasa wanasema wananimiss. Na watu wangu wa Isli na wa miss sana. You are a great people. Pale BBS mall napenda sana. Nikiingia kwa hiyo mall ndani, I've never seen such an investment. And anyone who want to develop Isli, enda ufanye benchmarking BBS mall. Just do a mall that has parking. Isli magari zina parking nje kwa sababu unajenga mall, Basement umeweka barabara, basement iko ya magari, mmebadilisha imekuwa store. Wenye malls zote wenye mmeweka basement ni store, fungua sasa magari ziweze kuingia ndani, tutoe jam isli. Hata jam street itakuwa na jam. So wenye malls pia mko na makosa. Umejenga mall mzuri unaje provide parking for your clients. You need to look into that. Isli can be Dubai. Isli ina contribute a lot kwa GDP ya Nairobi. Isli can be Dubai. We can do, you know, I believe one day Isli kuwe na kama hii expressway ya inapita juu. Wale wenye wako na haraka wanapitia matatu wanashukia juu zikiendanga. Chini kuwe tu ni wachuuzi ndio wale wanaonunua vitu wale wako chini bila taxi zote juu. Sababu ni kutoka huko zinatoka zikiingia wapi? Ikue yani itengenezwe ikue kama Dubai. I believe it's achievable. Na hapo ndio tunaelekea, tukielekea Singapore. Mimi nasema pia tuelekee Isli kama Dubai.
Okay.
Kama ni aje?
Kweli kabisa. If you're not doing the work that you're doing as a officer in charge of public relations and customer engagement, where will I find you?
Maybe before I answer that. After nilifanya kazi mzuri ya administrator wakati Gavana Sakaja alichaguliwa, I applied, nikafanya interview, nikapewa Chief Officer Health Facilities. Under health facility nilihakikisha hospitali ziko na madawa na mimi nilikuwa nazinunua na kisha nimezipeleka mimi mwenyewe kwa sababu watu wetu wako na mkono mrefu, kila mtu ako na interest. Wengine wale approach wananiambia unatumia budget yote, situpige hewa kidogo mazee utengeneze pesa ukuwe tajiri, utatoka hapa City Hall bila kitu. Na hiyo ndio Wakenya wengi wanasema ati ula atoka huko bure. Wacha nitoke bure, lakini mgonjwa asikuwa analia ati mimi ndio nilifanya akakufa. Ati wewe utatoka bure, ati yule ni mjinga. Mosiria ni mjinga, yani yeye anataka kufuata sheria anunue kila kitu. Nilinunua madawa. Nikapeleka 124 facility na najipelekea. Kwa sababu wakati tulipea watu walapo wapeleke ati wa deliver, ambulance ilipatikana na nilikuwa nimeweka mainforma kila mahali. Nilishika ambulance imebeba bidhaa za lab zetu tumenunua za 22 million. Tuliwashika, walipelekwa kotini. So nilihakikisha health ICU ya kwanza tumeweka Mama Lucy bila kutumia single coin kwa equipment na kuequip hiyo place. Niku, Mbagathi, Piku, Mama Lucy, state of art newborn unit Mbagathi, tukafanya second renal unit Mama Lucy, state of art dental facility Mtuini, maternity ya Mtuini tukai-expand. I believe that when you are in government, ensure you provide those services you need when you retire or when you are poor you can't afford. Because if you can't afford a private facility, let those services be in the government facility. I remember there's a government official who died. Alikuwa ni mfanyikazi wa county ya Nairobi wakati wa Mheshimiwa Kidero. Alikuwa chief officer wa health. Badala angeweka ICU Mbagathi, sijui mbona hakuweka. Wakati COVID ilifika, ikampata, alikufia Mbagathi kama anataka nini? ICU facility. No. So, when you are in government, ensure you provide those services that you need when you retire or when you are broke. Otherwise, itakupata wewe. It's the same. Kama wewe ni askari wa polisi, hakikisha unahudumia wananchi vile unataka uhudumiwe. Usiwaombe hongo, usiwaitishe hii. Ile siku utaenda retire ama utafutwa kazi ukosewe, utajua kweli askari ni wabaya na wewe mwenyewe ulikuwa nini? Askari. The same way kama wewe ni daktari, hudumia mgonjwa vile unafaa uhudumiwe ukiwa mgonjwa. Ile siku utagonjeka ndio utajua kwamba madaktari ni wabaya. So do the right thing. That's what I'm advocating for. The right thing.
Yeah, so if you're not doing the administrative work, where will I find you?
I believe I will be doing the work of CSR, helping people in society, rescuing children from the streets, helping the homeless. Because kama singekuwa hii kazi, ningekuwa nasaidia maskini. Kama ningekuwa na uwezo, ningekuwa na hata mimi ningekuwa pastor. ningefungua kanisa yangu, sio kanisa ya kusema panda mbegu. Najua Kanyari aliambia watu wapande mbegu ya 310. Akapora watu wakakuwa milionea. Lakini akagundua kwamba ile alifanya ni kosa, ameanza kurudisha. Sasa anarudishanga watu wakienda kanisa ya Kanyari hawalipi sadaka, anawanunulia chakula, wala hawana rent anawasaidia. Lakini watu wakasahau this the modern Zakayo. Zakayo alichukua, alikuwa tax collector. Akaiba, wenye aliibia aliwarudishia mara 3. So hata Kanyari anarudisha ile yenye aliiba mara 3. Unajua kuna mapasta wanaweza fikiria ya Kanyari ataenda mbinguni wapatane na Kanyari mbinguni. Unaenda unaingia wewe ni pastor ule ulikuwa mkubwa. Unaingia unasema hata Kanyari uko hapa mbinguni. Na wewe wenye uliokota 310 hivi ukatengeneza mamilioni ukaibia wa Kenya. Hawajui Kanyari aliokoka kama Zakayo ndiye anarudisha. Alafu ule mwenye aliwaambia aliwauzia miracle ya uongo kwamba kuna mtu alipona ukimwi, unapata yeye sasa ndio hayuko huko juu, mpaka unaanza kujiuliza kwani niaje Kanyari alifika mbinguni na huyu mwenye alifanya miracle hakufika. Kwa hivyo sasa hii town ni sinema. So nitakuwa pastor kwa kweli. Mwenye anafanya kazi ya Mungu kwa kusaidia society, si wa kupanda mbegu na vipindi. Unajua gospel, na ndio maana hata watu wa Isili walifurahisha wakati unaniambia nisilimu tu nikae kama wao, nivae kanzu tuende tufanye. Unajua Waislamu wanapendana. Wakiona ndugu yao anataka kufanya biashara wanaaminiana, wanaleta pesa pamoja, wanainvest, wanajenga ghorofa, wanakula. Lakini sisi au wengine side nyingine hatuaminianangi sana, hatuna hiyo trust. Ndio maana nisema kama singekuwa pastor basi ningekuwa Muislamu na nikuwe sheikh, anaitwa ngaje? Wale wenye wanahubiri kwa
sawa kabisa
sheikh. Hili ni change society. No, I believe in doing good to the society.
Sasa hivi on your off day ama saa zile haufanyi kazi ya county, unapenda kufanya nini? Yani what gives you pleasure?
When I'm free, I spend time with my family. My kids, they give me happiness. My family gives me true happiness, true love that I can't find in the streets, the love that I cannot find in this office, the love that I cannot find at my workplace. I find it in my family. Whenever I see my kids, whenever they talk to me, I walk around with them, they play with me. That's what I do at my free time. Hakuna ile ati wewe ni hobby yako and maybe taking my wife somewhere for a movie. We go, we chill, tunakula nyama choma, tunaweza sema leo tuende Udhiru Pork Center tukule pork. Lakini sasa kwa Waislamu hiyo unajua sasa mimi ni yule naendelea kusilimu. So there's a lot we are doing. But that's the time to bond with my society, my family, because after this job, at the end of the day, you need somewhere to fall back. You know, everyone can run away from you, but your family will never run away from you. Especially your kids, your wife, they will never run away from you. And I spend the time also visiting my brothers, especially my elder brother, who gave me a chance to go to school. Having been born 21 children, my father could not teach all of us, but my elder brother took his money, invested in me. So I normally visit him at his home, sometimes for guidance, for advice, being senior in government. And he has been a good mentor to me, because I believe that he has not been a brother to me. He's like a father to me. He paid my high school, my primary school fees, my high school, my university education. So because I don't have money to pay him back, the only thing I do is to visit him, make sure he's okay, because I know the only thing he needs is just to see his brothers, his family happy. And he has been very instrumental to us. So I always spend my free time visiting him. Whenever I see him, it reminds me where I've come from. It reminds me that families, brotherhood, sisterhood, that love is very important. in any society. And nobody needs reward, especially family. So that's how I spend my free time. And also, I have a few friends. I've realized in this world there's no true friend. The one you think is a true friend, wait until when you are at your lowest. Today, when I was working in environment and health, I realized many people pretended to be my friends, only to learn that their friendship was because they wanted to follow for their payment, which has been bending bills in the county. They were not true friends, they were only opportunists. So I've realized that in this world, what you can get as a friend is an opportunist. A true friend is someone whom you benefit from and he benefits from you. The rest are opportunists. So I'm even advising people there. If you have money, don't surround yourself with parasites who pretend to be friends. Look for that friend who will benefit from you and you benefit from him. The others who pretend that they are friends, they are working with you, you are buying them food, tea, they're the same people backbites you. They're the same people talks bad behind your back. So I always spend with my few friends. There are around two. I don't have many friends. Those true friends who I can see each and every day when I leave work. There are around three. Let me say three. Those are people I can sit with, we share, and it will not go out. But those others are not true friends, are other friends, others, who only show up when they see an opportunity that they want to grab. So are those friends or opportunists?
Opportunists.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you mentioned a little bit about your family. I just want to understand kidogo how your growing up was.
Yes, I was born in the year 1991. I was born in the year 1991. I'm the last born in our family. A family of 21 children. My father was a great man. He's a man of integrity. He's a man who married 3 wives. And he's a man who taught me how to respect women. That's why even you saw I stood not only with that girl in terms of the law that she was being violated, but because my father taught me how to respect and love women in society and learn how to treat them because they are very sensitive, they are very fragile, they are people who deserves love and care. Apart from this new generation of women who are beating men, who have been empowered, and now they are even harassing taxi drivers, who are drinking carelessly, walking naked, dressing in an indecent way. Those ones I put them aside. Not that I cannot support them, but I put them aside because they don't respect men. But all in all, I grew up, I had a chance to go to school. My father supported me where I could. My brother took over. After my mother died, I think I was around 10 years old. I grew up with him. He was staying in Kibra, Kawangware. He was staying in Kibra first, line Saba. We had a shop there called Matoke Shop. And I used to stay with him in Kibra. Pale Kibra ilikuwa ni mtaa mzuri sana mahali. Ukiwa na fiber umekula githeri na fiber mwingine umekula mandazi, chapati, madondo. It was a good place. Those who hate Kibra, I tell them Kibra is a land of opportunity. Is a place that has produced professors, doctors we have in this nation. Kibra is a good place.
So you grew up in Kibra?
So I grew up partly in Kibra, Kawangware, Idurai. You know, when he was moving, I was moving around with him. I went to school. Primary, I went to many schools because I used to live with my other brother also who worked as a prisons officer. I moved around. I'll not be able to mention all of them. I went to high school in Kanutunga, partly Nairobi. I went to the University of Nairobi, where I did my first degree, BCom Finance. Even sometimes when I see someone posting that Mosiria was suspended and he brought him back, I wonder, because I was not his goon. He's the one who made many students to be suspended in the university. Personally, I've never been suspended. I've never had any discipline case. I even went ahead and brought a letter from the university confirming who is Mosiria. So that's my university where I studied. I participated in student politics, and one of my biggest opponents, who has never won an election in the university, was Babu Wino, who only knew how to league himself in through blackmail, through intimidation, intimidating administration. And sometimes there's a question I always ask myself, and this question I'll also ask it again. Why is it that when he was vying in the university 4 times, a student had to die for him to campaign using that against administration that the administration has failed, then he wins the love of the students? Was it happening artificially, or it was natural? You know, that's a question I keep asking myself. Why is it that during his time in Sonu, whenever he was vying, a student could be found dead and damned in the swimming pool? Was it happening miraculously, that it's God who decided that this has to happen that way, natural? Or was it artificial? It's something that the university will also need to answer us, and I'll be petitioning the University of Nairobi to answer Kenyans and those students who had to go through the University of Nairobi. Why is it that during the Sonu campaigns of those days, students could die? Mercy Keino died and she was dumped somewhere in the town. We really need some of those questions to be answered. And the university could be in the right place to answer us that. So that I participated in the University of Nairobi politics. That's why whenever you see me and Babu on opposing sides, it's because he stole my victory in the university. He was leagued in by administration because he had blackmailed the administration. I'm not tired from talking about this. He's good in blackmailing. That's why he has blackmailed the people to believe that he's the good leader who could be chosen as the governor of Nairobi, even after shooting a DJ in a club, for only the DJ telling him, please stop touching my girlfriend indecently, stop touching my girlfriend's buttocks. I know he will go and look for this DJ, pay him, and tell Kenyans the truth that I didn't touch your girlfriend. It was just an accident. He's good in that. But I want to clarify it because I know you'll be looking for the DJ to tell him, and the DJ, if you know the harm he has put you through, the suffering and torture, please don't allow yourself to be given few coins to lie to Kenyans. So I vied against him in the University of Nairobi, and he was leagued in by administration. The following year, when I also wanted to vie for the same position, he looked for me. He begged me. He begged me literally for 5 hours at a certain club in Kilimani, Lavington. I think it's part of Kileleshwa, called Tulips. After he told me how his mother was selling changa in the village, he wanted to remove her from selling changa so that she can move to another level. The only question he never answered me is that why is it he's white and the Luos are black like me? That one you'll have to answer me who his father is, because a Luo man is a black man. I had to listen to him because he was suffering being a son who is an orphan without a father. We joined hands and formed the Sonu government, where we served together with him. But I told him, you have not won. We shall meet on a fair ground where administration doesn't influence your election. And God's time is the right time, I believe. Whenever I feel down, I go back to God. Whenever I feel like things are not okay with me, I always run to God. And personally, on my office here, and whenever I want to read this Bible, I don't just come and say I have a specific verse. I will open the Bible and God will give me a verse. Whenever that I come by, whenever I read it, I take time to interpret why did God bring this message. And it always guides me. Like today, it was Psalms chapter 64. Whenever I came here, I opened, it was 63, chapter 63 and 64. Those are the verses, the chapters that I read in the Bible today, and I want to look for it, and maybe I can. It was Psalms 63, chapter 63 and chapter 64. It gave me encouragement in respect to what is going on, and it's God who brought it, it's not me. So it was Psalms chapter 63. I read all of it. And chapter 64, it was clear to me. It says that, hear me, O God, as I voice my complaint. Protect my life from the threat of the enemy. Hide me from the conspiracy of the wicked. From that noisy crowd of evildoers. The noisy crowd of evildoers. So you must hear the crowd that is making noise on the social media.
Yeah.
I asked God to hide me from, and it's the Bible that brought this, it's God brought this message to encourage me. So whatever that has been happening, it's satanic, sponsored to malign my name. That's why God brought this fast. I brought this Bible from there. I read it while you were outside there. Before you came in, I took my time to talk to my God. And this is the fast that God brought to me. Psalms, I read chapter 63 and chapter 64. And 64 communicated about what is going on. Then I noted that truly these are all temptations, because I didn't do any mistake. The only mistake I did was to stand with what is right and standing with what the law says. Even I could have chosen to side with James Opande because he's a man. He was in one way or the other. He could have been also undergone sexual harassment from this lady, but whatever that was on the media, it was James harassing this lady, and whoever complained to me is the lady. So I'm a Christian, and I'm a true Christian. I'm not the one who lies, and you'll never see me in a church dancing and jumping up and down and falling down and saying this nonsense. That's, I call it nonsense because it has really brainwashed people. Poor people have been brainwashed, and in the church is where you find poor people who are being lied to that you become rich by planting a seed. Even meeting my boss, Governor Sakaja, he didn't plan, but God planned it. But when I find someone abusing me, I say, thank you, God, you have brought an enemy, because God gives you enemies to grow you, to test your faith. If you don't have an enemy, ask God to give you one. Because that enemy who want to drag you down, God want to prove that Satan, you are a nobody, you are a loser. God elevates you. Then that enemy remains down there and he realizes, Satan is not working a miracle for me. He will come and look for you to help him come closer to God. So, God, the enemies you have given me are working a miracle for me. And the same enemies will one day come and ask me, how did you get where you are? I'll tell them my answer is simple: God. Go back to God. I wanted to become a doctor or a pilot. Along the way, Primary, high school, things were okay. But when I realized that for you to become a doctor, you must be good in biology, mathematics, and those other subjects that were required, I noted that now, because on how I could be top 10, top 20. You know, I was that person in school who was seen as not being mbele imepigwa niweze kukula. Huyo jamaa alikuwa ananiangalianga hivi, alikuwa ananichukia. Yaani naturally alikuwa ananichukia. Sababu alikuwa chopi, the number 1 student. Na mimi nilimwambia one day bro, one day sisi wenye mnaona madanda ndio tutakuja kuwapea kazi ama kuwasaidia. So in pursuit, yeye alikuwa anasema I will be a doctor. Na kweli alisoma, alienda mpaka university na A yake. Lakini jamaa ananiambianga mazee, ile grade yangu je inisaidia. Aniuliza sasa Saidi ananiambia yeye ningejua hiyo wisdom ulitumia ninge. Na unajua anafanya nini? YouTuber. So, and Mosiria managed it for the whole year and there was no misappropriation. Then it means I'm doing what?
Managing.
I once said that I want to become a finance manager. So, it's something that even every child will have many options. Yes, I've taken alcohol before. I was a bad drunkard. I used to drink a lot of alcohol. I used to drink, smoke shisha, I enjoy the life. But one day, it hit me. I almost died. That's a story for another day. While in the hospital bed, I asked God to give me another chance. And God gave me another chance. And the promise I made to my God, I will never go back to alcohol. I will never go back to smoking shisha. I will never go back to using anything. You know, as young people could use anything. You could meet people using this drug, you want to try it. You want that life of being high. Even when I was working, I could go to a club on Monday, I drink, Tuesday I'm at work. It really wasted me.
How many years now sober?
Sober, almost 4 years. I stopped the year 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025. That's 4 years, almost 4 years. But being sober is the best life. You know, if I come to a place where I find people abusing substance, drugs, I'll never be a friend. If you use that drug substance, I'll never be your friend. Because I've seen how many youths have been wasted. Personally, I was once introduced to substance by someone, and those substances almost killed me. When you see me saying that, anyway, let me not talk about is someone who we were in the same university, in the same student leadership, who introduced me to substance that almost killed me. And it was my turning point. So, when I say drugs are bad, it's true they are bad. If I find you are using drugs, you'll never be my friend. If I find you that you are abusing drugs, because alcohol is not illegal, people can drink, but with limits. And I always go to club. Not that I'm going there to drink, to listen to music and watch how people are being wasted. How people are drinking vehicles, how people are drinking houses, how people are drinking their investment. And to our girls, don't die for that bad boy. Well, that bad boy, yo, six pack. Mwenye akisota anapigia simu mamake, that's a stupid boy. Girls, if you must marry a man or someone to marry you, marry a serious man who you see the future in. Not now, but the future. But you adorimi ajameka marasta wakijua sasa yo. Hao ya hakuna mahali anakupeleka. Huyu atakuzalisha na atakuacha. Enda ufuatilie historia ya wale vijana ambao ni mayoyo. Wengi wao amezalisha wasichana kama 10 na ameacha wasichana sasa wanalia ati men are animals. Men are animals, ulifuata bad boy mwenye na 6 pack. Na hapo anakupenda wewe ndio ulimpenda. Mwanaume anakupiga na kuacha nisha mjawana ameanza kukupiga unasema ati wewe ndio unampenda. Hapo hakuna mapenzi, hapo ni kifo. Na wanaume pia ukiona msichana ni ule ambaye kila siku ni kuambia ni aje babe, uko na kitu, nitumie hii. Ukimwambia huna na mlikuwa na plani ya kumit, akwambia sawa, wacha basi tupatana siku nyingine. Jua amepata hapo na plan B. Hauko hapo. But yule mwenye unamwambia nyewe baby mimi niko down, sina kitu, na anakusikiza. Na sometimes anakusupport.